is finally here. Alternate Future of the World, Part 9. So let's get back to where we left off. Oh yeah, German Empire, they really aren't an empire anymore. So they convert back to Germany. Yeah, as you know, last part, the war finally, one of the biggest wars ever, finally ended. So what is going on? But Russia really needs to tie up some loose ends now. Now they need to deal with fascist USA. They are trying to end the fascists. They need to deal. That's all they have left. So they demand Alaska from Canada. But fascist USA, figuring out what they're trying to do, they tell Canada to say no, and they tell Russia that if they declare war on Canada, USA is going to join the war. I just realized I didn't give USA Hawaii back. Whoopsie daisy. So yeah, they say that, and so now Russia tries to figure out another, and then they remember they have Greenland. So they begin. So they demand. Oh wait, they also got to tie up these loose ends. So they start doing that first. So Poland and France, since Russia were the ones to free them from Germany's wrath, from the Axis's wrath, to free them from being under the Axis control, the Axis's, I don't know how you say it, their control. Germany is controlled, basically, mostly just Germany. So they let Russia move their troops through, and Germany just has to. They're way too weak to do anything. They're way too weak now, weakened, and they're really not in a position to say no. So, and they prepare for an invasion along France's border. And meanwhile, while this is happening, Mexico is plotting revenge against fascist USA, because they had taken from the collapse of the USA. They had taken all their claims back, and now they're preparing for revenge. So now they're prepared and ready to go, and they realize Russia is trying to attack them. So they send the longest voyage. They prepare for the longest voyage to get a person to Russia, to get a message to them that Mexico wants to help the Russian Empire defeat fascist USA, of course. What else could I have happen? Nothing. I just realized I've had barely anything happen in Africa. Oh wait, whoops! This war was going on apparently. So yeah, Cameroon pushes Gabon, and they easily take Gabon out. Boom, the war's done now. I didn't realize that war had been going. Oh yeah, war was in upcoming. So Ethiopia finally declares war in Somalia. This is all happening before the message is being sent, and then a message is being sent back, and Russia is preparing for the invasion of Britain, which has not been successfully invaded since Normandy, which was thousands of years ago. And I mean thousands. And they immediately take Djibouti, and they push along here. They are unable to push here immediately. This line, Somalia knew they were gonna have to let this land go, so they planned for this and let the Ethiopians take that land. Well, this was very extreme, very well and then when they got to here, they were unable to push anymore with how well it was defended. And Somalia begins their plan to win the war against Ethiopia. And then they call Kenya in because they had been improving relations and allied with Kenya. But Ethiopia had a plan for this. They figured this would happen. So they had been improving relations and they had allied with Tanzania. So as soon as Kenya joined the war, Tanzania joined the war. So Tanzania pushed quite a bit because Kenya had been caught off guard at first. And then their forces arrived and they pushed back. But only to the border. It was just to the border. And they were just trying to hold out now. And Ethiopia started their few spare troops to Kenya's border. Whoops. My bad. Kenya did not know what to do. They weren't really able to send any troops to defend it. So they were trying to figure out what to do while the troops were coming. And then they had an idea. So Somalia promised Italy if Italy helped them out, Italy could they could take Ethiopia, take Eritrea back, and they could take Ethiopia back also, because they did have Ethiopia at one time, just not for long. And Somalia and Kenya would help Italy keep control of Ethiopia. So Italy would finally be able to keep control, to stay in control of Ethiopia. So Italy decided for a bit, and then they decided they would help. With that, they joined the war and they sent Navy through. And let's just skip ahead, and boom, Navy's there. They land, and quite easily for a bit, they quite easily pushed the Ethiopians. And then the Ethiopians, realizing Kenya really can't put any troops, redirect their spare troops to defend against Italy. But it's not enough. Italy continues to push. They take Djibouti back. And Ethiopia has no choice but to take some troops off of the Somalian border. But now they can't defend on that front. So Somalia now pushes. And with Ethiopia seeing how doomed they are, they surrender. As promised, they give Italy all of Ethiopia and Eritrea, and then Italy helps with the war against Tanzania, because they just feel like doing it. They feel like helping out. They do it so Somalia and Kenya can help them keep control of Ethiopia better than they can while at war quicker. So their plan is to defend this front for a while so they're first gonna push through this front, and is to hold the front here and push through this front instead, and all the way to here. And then they'll push on this front and this front at the same time from there. And Tanzania should And they're just gonna push. Tanzania should surrender soon. And just pretend they push and encircle this all of this area and take it out. And then they continue pushing. Tanzania unable to stop the three's forces combined. And then phase 2 begins, and they push on all sides. And soon Tanzania surrenders. They surrender. Yeah, they surrender. Actually, there's no point. I'm gonna keep them alive. They're not gonna get rid of them in the treaty. So now the treaty. Tanzania goes back to the land they had originally before they started taking stuff over. Oh wait, no, before the other countries joined them. And Ethiopia gets Uganda. And Rwanda becomes independent, and they get Burundi back. I mean, no, not back. They get Burundi, what used to be Burundi. And that mini war is done. And now the invasion is ready. And the Russians, the invasion is ready, and they head, and then they land. Their landing is successful. Oh wait, that's Sweden. Whoops. And their landing is successful here. Pretty successful. And their landing is also successful here. But their landing here is unsuccessful, and it gets pushed out pretty quickly. But all they cared about was making at least one landing, so they begin pushing on both sides, and they push pretty easily. They are much stronger than Scotland. Scotland was just powerful in naval power because they took what Britain had. They took all the ships Britain had. So now that they've finally managed to land, it was all over. They pushed and pushed, and then finally the siege of London has ended, and they took London. But Scotland did not give up yet, and they continue pushing. And finally, when they get to the original Scottish border with England, Scotland gives up. And now the treaty. Oh wait, no. Basically, Ireland was in the war too. They were sending their troops. And when Scotland surrenders, Ireland, seeing that they definitely stand no chance alone, they give up as well and surrender. So basically, UK just gets all the stuff they used to have back. They get all of England back, all of Wales, Scotland, and they get Northern Ireland. They get it all back under them. Scottish and the Irish in the Northern Ireland are right back under the British now. Actually, no, for good measure, they put all of Ireland back under the British. Once again, all of Ireland is under the British. I'm sure a lot of Irish people are angry right now. I'm laughing. And now they prepare. They go through Britain, with them reuniting Britain and giving Britain Ireland. Now, Britain, of course, allows Russia to move their troops, and Iceland does not allow them to move their troops into Iceland. So they just quickly take out Iceland. And Russia begins moving their tons of ships and troops and all that good stuff. I guess good. I don't know. To Greenland to prepare for the invasion of Canada to prepare for the invasion of Canada. They're going to invade from there and from here. And then once Canada's gone, and then that'll be not even with USA's help, and they know USA's going to war. They're going to help. So once that begins, but they're hoping that the Mexicans can distract enough troops. Because after they declare war, Mexico's going to help. They're going to declare war. Hopefully they can distract enough troops, and USA won't have enough troops to stop one of these two fronts. That is their plan. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's raining where I am. Sorry if you can hear the rain in the background. I can't do anything about that. The weather is the weather. So India, this is India's little mini conquest. They're planning out all these small countries around them, since no one really cares for them. So they've been training during this time. They've been training a lot of mountaineers for Bhutan and Nepal, and a lot of whatever the other troops are that you need for these two. I don't know. But first they invade Bangladesh. So let's just say, at least for maybe coming up with something good for it, because India's gonna just probably overwhelm them, most like alone. So they overconfident, being confident that they can take all of them out. They declare war on Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka all at the same time. And Bangladesh immediately just gets real pushed hard, and they give up. Bhutan starts getting pushed, and so does Nepal. They do a successful landing, but soon the invasion is pushed right back out in Sri Lanka. So now they just put troops around here to defend the coast from Sri Lanka, and they take out Nepal and Bhutan. Bhutan has gone, and then Nepal falls, and then they invade Sri Lanka, and once they take half of the country, they surrender. And with that, India has taken what they want, all the countries they had been preparing to take. Now back to this. Now the troops are ready, and the hugest... Actually, I feel like... Oh wait, no, there's lots of time left. So, another big war is beginning. Oh, I thought it ended the recording for a second, because it's done that before. I would be really angry. I don't want it to mess this series up as well, because it really messed me up with my World Battle Royale. That's why I haven't been uploading that. I haven't been uploading this in a while either. But yeah, finally here's part 9. Sorry I haven't been uploading, just been busy, I guess. I've been busy. Yeah, I've been busy doing other things. Got school, and other channels. Wait, no, other one channel, because I'm not really, I need to make an update on the channel, Pop Reacts. I'm not really gonna be uploading on it for a while. I might come back to it at some point. But for now, it's just not fun anymore. It's not really fun, and I can't find really any videos to react to. Anyways, let's get this started. But because, well, actually, I think Russian, yeah, they went to war before, but they didn't. They only took Alaska to Canada. So the population, let's just say, yeah, the population is also are starting to want to rebel because they are really angry that USA was unable to defeat the Russian Empire and that all they took was Alaska. So that will help too. So it seems so far that USA is doomed, fascist USA, and they are. Just kidding. Are they or are they not? You'll have to watch to find out. So the war begins, and they immediately invade, and they declare war on Canada and begin the invasion of Canada. How many islands is this? Yeah, they're not gonna take islands that fast. So pretend they've taken some. I wish there was a better app for this. This app is pretty good. Like, it is pretty good, but still. And as they said, and they meant it, Fascist USA declares war on the Russian Empire as well as they declare war on Canada. And with that, Mexico declares war on Fascist USA. And they immediately, and USA plan to defend along this war if they hoped Mexico would not join, but they knew Mexico would most likely join the war. But they didn't think, but they completely forgot about Greenland and didn't think about that. So now they're kind of they're frustrated and trying to figure out a plan to stop both invasions into Canada. But yeah, Texas, as USA expected, because that was planned. Mexico takes a bit of Texas. They take quite a bit of Texas, and they get stopped a little past Austin. And they also push here, but they're unable to push. But now the front ends up pretty fast becoming a stalemate. So now these other two fronts. So they continue pushing deeper into Alaska. And then they manage to take these islands now. And really, they're unable to stop either invasions. And they just push, and now they've taken almost all of Alaska. And they continue pushing into this area. Man, I need a better app. This app is so good, but there could still be better apps. I wish there were better apps, but I don't think there are any. I don't know how you can actually do mapping, like how every other mapping YouTuber does on mobile. It seems you can only do it on PC, so I just have to use this app, the best app I can find. And this is the best one. So they continue pushing, and then they take this area. And actually, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired of the video. I'm gonna cut this video short. This is shorter than how long my videos normally are. I mean, it's not that much shorter. It's still a decent long video. Almost 25. No, not almost. A little over 24 minutes. Yeah, normally I do 30, but I'm kind of tired of doing this. I might take a break from this series and start a new series and do that for a bit. And then I'll start continuing this series, because I'm kind of burnt out on this series. I've been doing so much, so I'm burnt out on this series. So I might take a break from this series, just this series in particular, not taking a break from the YouTube channel. Just gonna take a break from this series for a bit. Maybe I'll make a video to update you if I do. But if I don't make a video, then updating it, then I am gonna continue the series. But I'm probably gonna take a break from this series, and I'll start a new series up to fill in the gap. I'm hoping I can start this States Battle Royale series that I want to do. I got most of the states. I think I got most. No, I think I got at least half of the states done. But I still got quite a few states to go. So, no, I won't get the states done. Once I get the states done, I'm gonna start a new series, and I think it'll be good. It's gonna be a States Battle Royale, but it's not gonna be like the World Battle Royale. It's gonna be different. You'll see when I start uploading it. So be excited for that series coming out as soon as I get done making all these states. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next video then. Goodbye.